Hi, good morning, everyone. To begin with, I'd like to thank you because you participated in early in the morning, because it's not really, quite early morning time. Maybe some one of you are traveling, maybe some one of you have waited for some time and got ready quickly and started attending the session. Now, this session, what do you say? It's the continuation of my last session. You must be remembering that in last session we discussed about SFL, that is sales funnel list, right? In sales funnel list, what we discussed the different stage of sales and what is the process oriented sale. It means एक sale को कैसे आगे लेके जाना है. What are the basic reasons of failure, basic reasons of success? A little bit of that was given, correct? Now today it's the second part of that same session. Today's session is something, how to say, it's just the thing what you are doing every day. आप जो कर रहे हो रोज वही है, कुछ नया नहीं है. There is nothing new into today's session. But one thing is very clear: if you attend today's session very properly, if you understand it, if you have some pen or paper with you, you can note down few points, because out of maybe 50 things what I am telling, you are doing 25 things. Maybe the balance 25 things you are not so good at it. बाकी 25 चीज आप शायद कर नहीं रहे हो. So my proposal will be, try to follow all these things, try to execute all these things, understand properly. Then what will happen? It will help you at the end in achieving your target. And first is making your mind set up to achieve your target. I'll try to give some small examples while we are going through it. You will have a lot of examples coming out in your mind. And this presentation is mainly for retrospection. You know what is retrospection? Atma Samiksha. That means, am I doing the things rightly? That is the question. Ask while, there will be a lot of lines in this. You may feel a little theoretical, but, you ask yourself, am I doing this? If you are not doing it, make a prescription for yourself. खुद के लिए एक prescription बनाइए. That I should do all these things as I am not doing. If I do, maybe something great will happen, something will change. Okay? Right. So keeping that in mind, this point, what I said in mind, almost 109 people are there. So I think let us start the session. It is almost 8:38. So we are 8 minutes late starting. Be with me just. मेरा साथ रहिएगा, समझने का कोशिश कीजिएगा. If required, note some points. If required, note some questions. At last of the session, please ask. Feel free to ask. Okay? So that we can try to attend your questions. That is the understanding between me and you all. So, because, so that we can do it effectively. Right? So, today's session is basically the basics to be followed strictly in the process oriented. अब क्या ये basics है? Basics है मतलब you already are following, because all of you are working in an organization. I consider Peerless is a pretty result-oriented organization, right? So as you are working in Peerless for quite a long time, some of you must be new. It is obvious that you are following many of the basics. But in recent days, I am finding some basics are getting violated by many of the teammates. So that was one of the reasons we just wanted to remind you the basics of sales process, maybe which you are following in your initial career and was getting a lot of success. Today you may not be following, so your success rates are coming down. Chances are there. Always there is it's good to have a retrospection. Again, Atma Samiksha, looking at your own work. Am I doing right things? That is very important. Okay. Now, to begin with, what I like to say you, this is the two wings. This presentation is having three wings, right? Actually, the first is that I will discuss three important qualities of a salesman to become successful. तीन बहुत important quality जो एक salesman को successful बनाता है. What are those three qualities? All of you are having it, I'm sure. But क्या है, मुझे बताना है, मैं बताना चाहता हूं, so that you can understand it well. You can identify the qualities properly. Second situation, what we'll be discussing, the basics to be followed strictly if you want a process oriented sale. देखो, एक दो बार ऑर्डर मिलना बड़ी बात नहीं है. Sometime by fluke, sometime by your efforts, sometime by your luck, you get orders. We all, not only you, I mean, you means I want to mean we all get some orders. That happens like God's gift, like a lottery. But हर एक बार वो नहीं होता. Every time it doesn't happen. Correct? Every time we have to make it happen. वो अपने से नहीं होता, हमें कराना पड़ता है. So what are those things? ये जो कराना पड़ता है ना, इसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको? That is what we will discuss. Third segment, we will discuss 5 reasons why we sometimes fail. See, bad patch comes in all of our career. Like cricketer. Even Sachin Tendulkar was a great, cricket player, right? He also had a bad patch in once upon a time in his career, right? But to identify the problems and work on it and overcoming it is important. Having bad patch, having bad time is a part of life, part of professional life, part of personal life. उसमें कोई बड़ा चीज नहीं है, बट उससे निकालने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, कहां पे मैं गलती कर रहा हूं, उसको आइडेंटिफाई करना और उसके ऊपर काम करके उसको ओवरकम करना. That is what a successful salesman does. Okay, so we'll discuss these 3 segments majorly. Correct? Now, going to the first part of the session, that is 3 important qualities to become a successful salesman. Again, I'm saying you all know it. It's just a little bit of theory. Dekho, there are 3 very important qualities which is must for a salesman. Means if you have these qualities, you can think I'm a good fit for a salesman. मैं salesman बनने के लिए सही आदमी. पहले तो enthusiasm. Enthusiasm का हिंदी या local language पे you can translate, of course. You should have required enthusiasm within yourself for sales. I'll discuss all the points. Second is sincerity. You have to be sincere. There is no other alternative. Sincerity के साथ मैं hard working जुड़ना चाहूंगा, because sincerity and hard working goes hand to hand. वो एक ही साथ, एक ही मतलब है लगभग. There is nothing shortcut. Okay, boss. कोई heroism नहीं चलता. Even the greatest player in the earth or greatest singer in the earth needs to practice. प्रैक्टिस के बगैर कोई परफेक्ट नहीं होता. स्टेज में मार देने वाला कहानी होता नहीं है आखिर में जाके. थर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज दैट परसिवरेंस, जिसके मतलब है मैं लगे रहता हूं. सो आई विल स्टिक टू माय गोल. नॉट ओनली गोल, एक कस्टमर ऑर्डर नहीं दे रहा है, मैं उनके पीछे लगे रहता हूं ऑर्डर के लिए. सो ये जो 3 चीज है, एक है एंथुसियाज्म, सिंसियरिटी और परसिवरेंस. ये 3 कैरेक्टर अगर आप में है तो you can become a great salesman, right? So let us have the enthusiasm part. What is enthusiasm? Enthusiasm का मतलब मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूं, right? Now, first is that he is enthusiastic. He act in an enthusiastic way and then he transmit the enthusiasm to his peers and the customers. क्या होता है, जो आदमी मन पे मरे हुए है ना, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है, मेरा एनर्जी नहीं है. अगर मान के चलो मैं ये ट्रेनिंग लेने के लिए या ये सेशन लेने के लिए बैठा और आई एम वेरी डल, जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, मैं बहुत डल हूं एंड मेरे बातों में वो थ्रस्ट नहीं है, वो जो थ्रस्ट रहना चाहिए, वो जो गस्ट रहना चाहिए वो नहीं है, तो क्या मैं ये प्रेजेंटेशन ले पाऊंगा अच्छे तरीके से? नहीं ले पाऊंगा. I cannot take a good presentation if I'm not in a right mood of enthusiasm, right? अरे भाई 112 लोग मेरे को छोड़ के 111 लोग ये सेशन अटेंड कर रहा है. अगर मैं enthusiastic नहीं हूं तो how I'll pass on the enthusiasm to all of you? Practically not possible. वही होता है आपके साथ. अगर जिस दिन आपकी मूड खराब है, आपकी तबीयत खराब है, किसी ने झाड़ दी बॉस ने, something happened in your personal life or professional life, you lose your energy. आप तो भाई एनर्जी लूज कर देते हो. तब जब कस्टमर के सामने जाते हो, that time while you go in front of your customer and stand, your face, your activity, your words, your throwing, all express that you don't have that required enthusiasm. So you lose your energy. So you lose your sale actually. And this is true for the full month, by the way. जिस मंथ में आपकी enthusiasm level कम है, for whatever the reason it is, आप देखोगे आपकी परफॉर्मेंस में इफेक्ट आता है. So as a salesman, we have to find a way to keep us enthusiastic, to keep us energized, to keep us smiling. वो हमें करना ही पड़ेगा. That is the job of requirement of our profession, like an actor. भाई जब शाहरुख खान जगह एक्टिंग करेगा, शाहरुख खान while he will act, whatever happens, whether his son is in jail or whether his son is in trouble, it should not affect him. If it affects, huge money will go because production house has invested a lot of money on Shahrukh Khan for their specific day. So that money will go waste simply. So he cannot remain unenthusiastic or very gloomy or, wow, what is happening? Something like that. Cannot happen, right? So that is the first thing. Number second, he believes in his product and does not hesitate to promote. This is very, very crucial. क्या होता है ना, हम पे बहुत अलग अलग तरीके की सेल्समैनशिप होते हैं. बहुत लोग रहते हैं, मैंने बहुत देखा. तो मैंने ऐसे भी लोग देखा, ऐसे भी मैनेजर्स देखे हुए हैं. मान के चलो 10 हमारे सारे स्टेट जहां पे मैनेजर्स है, मैंने कुछ स्टेट में देखा, some states I have observed, they don't care what is launched at all. They feel whatever I am selling is the best. That is only will sell in my market. That this new product what company launched is a fool. Company doesn't know my market. I know my market very well. I am the greatest salesman on the earth. मैं तो वही सेल कर देता हूँ. I just sell like this. क्या लेक्चर होता है एक एक आदमी का. If you listen, I sometimes feel क्या है भाई. Company has launched a new product. Number one, you do not know the product. Number two, you are giving the logic. Why not to sell? What funny it can be. Seriously. मैं मन पे हंसता हूं. I feel limitation of those people mentality. जब मुझे ऐसा कोई कहता है, मैं तो limitation समझता हूं उनकी. And believe me, आप जब जितना सीनियर होगे, आपको भी अपनी बंदे को limitation समझ में आएगा. और वो वेट करते हैं बड़ा स्मार्टली. दूसरे स्टेट को बेचने दो ना सर जी, देखता है कैसे बेचता है, बाद में मैं बेचूंगा. यानी कि मैं बेवकूफ नहीं बनना चाहता. नया प्रोडक्ट कंपनी लाएगा, कुछ भी है, whatever, company can bring a new product, but I'll sell with my wish. That we consider as a lack of enthusiasm. If you have that mentality, you have to change it. This is not the mentality of a good salespeople in general. Okay? Now, how to differentiate? अभी समझ में कैसे आएगा कौन आदमी enthusiastic है या which man is enthusiastic or which man is not enthusiastic? Okay? First character is that he will have generally a smiling nature. A smiling salesman, मतलब ऐसा नहीं बहुत ज्यादा हंसना है, उसमें तो लोग पागल बोलेंगे. People will call you mad if you love too much unnecessarily. Of course, you have a smiling gesture, which will vibrate. आप अगर घर पे in a house, if you enter in the room in your home in a very gloomy face, the atmosphere of your home becomes bad, right? Similar way, if you enter in a customer place in a gloomy face or in a sad situation, his enthusiasm in front of you goes bad. If you talk to your colleagues over phone in a gloomy situation, in a sad सिचुएशन और कंपनी के बारे में बातें कर रहे हो, तो क्या होता है ना, अल्टीमेटली द टोटल माहौल खराब हो जाता है, द टोटल एटमोस्फियर बिकम बैड. This type of salespeople spreads negativity. Okay, so if you want to become positive, you have to convince yourself, bhai, all is well. वो जो कहानी है ना, थ्री इडियट का, all is well, all is well. So you have to have, we have to have, we don't have option actually being a salesman. हमें खुद को तसल्ली देना पड़ेगा, सारे सब कुछ ठीक है. Okay, number 2, conviction. Conviction means belief. He emotes conviction in the product and he is detailing story and makes the whole proposition very credible. यानी कि वो खुद बिलीव करते हैं अपनी प्रोडक्ट पे, खुद विश्वास करते हैं. He believes himself that this product what I am selling is the right product, is the right shoot for my customer, is a good product. If you don't have a belief on your product that my product is a good product, you cannot sell. First you have to believe that. It is responsibility of the trainers, by the way, to get your conviction, to get your belief that the product which company is giving you, is offering you, is a good quality product. Right? So that conviction is very important within yourself. And thirdly, he is consistent. His last call will be as effective as the first call. What I'm observing, you believe or not, I have given special assignments to many of our managers to do certain number of calls in a day. Maybe 6 calls, 7 calls, or 8 calls. Believe me, I'm finding some people lost their ability to work up to 6 calls. People lost their abilities. They're getting tired. Consistency is lost today's situation. They are not retrospecting. They are not looking at inside that मैं गलत हूं या सही हूं. वो सोच रहा है कंपनी प्रेशर दे रहा है या कंपनी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मेरा सिचुएशन. I can really say many of us has forgotten to do good number of calls. What we are supposed to do, जिसके लिए we are hired in the company. Me too. We have forgotten. We have really don't have tenacity and body ability as of now to do 7-8 calls. COVID के बाद और different situation has made us really dumb. If we are remaining like this, can we proceed? No, we'll fail. We have to correct. We have to correct ourselves. We have to improvise. We have to work on ourselves. हमें खुद के ऊपर काम करना पड़ेगा. आपको खुद के ऊपर काम करना पड़ेगा. That we are very physically and mentally fit, both physically and mentally fit, to do 6, 7, 8 calls every day. Being a manager, 6, 7 calls are must. 6 calls. Are we doing it? Is the question. So this is a tendency of a good salesman. He will consistently do good number of calls. He will meet the customers with a smile. He will have a conviction. He will have a consistency up to the last call, which will show his enthusiasm, which will emit the enthusiasm from him to his colleagues. If you are a manager, if you are not doing it, if you are not following this smile, conviction, and consistent calls, how you expect your juniors to execute it? आप आवाज उठा के कैसे बोलोगे भाई 8 कॉल तुझे आज जाना है? कैसे बताओगे? आपकी फेस वैल्यू है आपकी बंदे के सामने? Do you have your face value in front of your colleague? He will ask you a revert question if he is smart. सर आप तो नहीं करते हो, आप कैसे, आपको समझ में आता है what is the difficulty we are facing sir? ये एप्लीकेशन कॉल सर, उधर से कॉल आ जाता है, हमें भागना पड़ता है. These are all the set of problems in front of me. How you expect me to do 6 calls or 8 calls per day, sir? We are actually hired for this, and we are not doing our basic duties. हमें रिजल्ट दिखाना है ना. We are not following process. किसी तरह टारगेट करो, खत्म नहीं. किसी तरह टारगेट में आज खत्म हो जा रहा है. But are we working for future? No. In that case, we are not working for future. साजी सर सही कह रहा हूं मैं सर? Juvraj, you can unmute Shaji sir a little bit. You know, that is important. This part.
Okay, what you rightly said, Prasenjit, thank you actually to start up this session. See, आपका एक point जो बोल रहा था enthusiasm. See, what happens here is, see, there is something like a person who is smiling or having that positive vibe. No? There is something like a positive vibe.
Correct.
When you go and meet up a customer. For that reason, you should be like well dressed, well organized, the smile, all these things are included.
Sir, आपने बहुत बढ़िया बोला, well dressed. If you are not well dressed, you will not have that confidence at all.
You will not feel that go feel or happy factor. You should be well shaved, well dressed, well presented. See what happens is that will give you itself an enthusiasm to present your product and thing. And one more thing which I was thinking about is, see, you were talking about complaining and thing. See, here what happens is, see, in one area we might have seen some products are selling. In some areas, the same product, they have a lot of complaints. See, this is bound to happen in areas to areas and different things. See, we all are salespeople. We have to understand one thing is, we are selling machineries. And every machinery will have some or other problem.
True.
The easiest way of coming out is, sir, product अच्छा नहीं है, वो customer के साथ जुड़ जाता है कि हाँ जी वो product अच्छा नहीं है, company अच्छा नहीं है, all those things. It is always better. Why in some locations they are able to sell it, even though they are facing a problem, they are able to solve it because they have that inner feeling of enthusiasm or inner feeling that I can do that. We are sales guys. See, problems are bound to happen. They have to come out from that stigma or kind of a shell, which we are facing in day-to-day life. See, I'll give an example, present example also. We have these suction machines.
Yeah.
A lot of areas there are problems. A lot of areas there are no problems. There are people who are solving and coming out. But I'm also getting a lot of places where they say that, oh, this has become a major issue. I'm not able to sell. Gone. The company is
bad.
Given me a wrong product, wrong this thing. That's all. And people are comparing with different products. Are company ka product theek nahi hai. Distributor ke mind mein chada de rahe. They're putting things in the distributor's mind. That is how some people are. So that is the change we have to bring in. Because see, if you are, हम बोलते हैं ना, जो typical salesperson has to, or whatever you say, has to do sell. For that, you should be organized.
We are actually executioning force. We have to understand, but we become a planning force. Reverse हो जाता है उसमें. मैं आ रहा हूँ उसमें शादी सर. मतलब thank you for this thing. What you say. आप mute मत कीजिए.
Positive vibe रहना जरूरी है,
बहुत जरूरी है, बहुत जरूरी है.
Have to have that only can create. See, हम बोलते हैं कभी-कभी there is something like cosmic rays going out from it. Correct. Which will actually elevate the other person.
Yeah, एक radiation निकलता है, एक aura निकलता है.
एक aura होता है.
वो that positive
आदमी के personality पे, the way he dresses, the way he presents himself, the way he organizes.
I found, I'll give a very classical example. I was seeing Jimmy in Bangkok. I was not very much interacting with Jimmy, right? I was finding he has a very positive aura. Very, I'm taking Jimmy's name. Many of you are having it, but I was not very close to him. I was not interacting with Jimmy on regular basis. But once I met him in Bangkok, I found very positive aura, very funny, sometimes very serious. But his seriousness भी एक बहुत positive aura है. ये बहुत important है, एक positive aura रहना. So that's what it's good salesman. That's why his team is successful. And his team is successful hugely. So that is very, very crucial to bring the change in yourself, right? Going ahead now, second is sincerity. Of course, you have to become sincere. Now, a good salesperson will be definitely sincere and honest to himself and to his customer. He should be honest and to himself first, and he will be, honest to his customers also. He sincerely listens and understands the customer need. हमारा एक आदत है हम लोगों का, हम ना जाके पहली प्रमोशन चालू करते. पहली प्रमोशन, अरे मेरा पास इडली है, सांभर है, डोसा है, सब कुछ हो गया, काम खत्म. कस्टमर को समझ में आया नहीं है. भाई कस्टमर की नीड को समझो. प्लीज ब्रदर, अंडरस्टैंड द नीड ऑफ द कस्टमर. व्हाट ही नीड्स, व्हाट सेगमेंट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स ही नीड्स, which type of instrument he needs, whether small semi-auto is okay, big semi-auto is okay. Whether U120 is okay, U500 is okay. What type of suction machine will work for him? So multiple things you have to understand the need of the customer first. After understanding the need, we in sales execute to fill up that need. That's all is our job. Okay, we have to understand the need, which is a marketing, and in sales we execute the need, meet the need of the customer, right? And he does not advise the customer or the prospect to buy the product if he finds that product will not meet his customer or prospect's need. This is a true salesmanship. Sometimes kya hota hai, in this one we have seen in generally in a selling in a big machinery factors, right? Like say some customers, they don't need fully auto. We are clearly understanding it. Clearly we are understanding it. But there will be some salespeople who will customer expressing that I am planning for a fully auto. But by seeing his workload, you are very clear it's not your customer. और लेने के बाद वो हाथी बन जाएगा उसके पास. It will become very expensive proposition for him. You should not promote. You should tell sir, semi-auto is good enough for the time being. मेरी राय मानो. For the time being, for next 1 year, you increase your workload from this many samples to that many samples. If you feel that you really need it, you buy it. But yes, some customers are there which you have to understand. They want to buy Mercedes to keep in the home. That's all. To keep in the garage. That type of customers are also there. Aspirational customer. For them, that is okay. Someone, his brother-in-law has purchased one fully auto. He want to purchase one fully auto. That's fine. If you find that type of need is there, he has plenty of money. No problem in spending money. Fine, chalo kharid lo, kya problem hai? So if you understand that clearly, then it is fine. But unnecessarily don't push. It will bounce back on your head. After buying, oh, customer aapko khoste rahega. He will tell, one salesman was there who really made me fool of Peerless Biotech company. They have sold me this machine and I really become fool. I was not really requiring it. So this comment he's going to definitely do it. So become truthful with yourself, with your customer. Okay. Now he doesn't make any dishonest claims or hide the product features and make any false commitment. Never ever do it. Once you are selling your product, once you are selling, say for U120, you should not tell the features of U500. So what is very important here? What is very crucial here? To know your product. As a salesman, you should know your product by your thumb. Ekdam, top to bottom. Top to bottom, you must know your product. No alternative. We are in an industry where technical knowledge, product knowledge is very, 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 very crucial. If you feel without product knowledge, mera zindagi chal jayega, nahi jayega. I have seen in your team the people are there who doesn't know what is clot activator. I bet you, जिसको पता नहीं है कौन लैवेंडर कलर का ट्यूब किसके लिए यूज होता है, ब्लू कलर का ट्यूब किसके लिए यूज होता है. मैंने सवाल पूछ के देखा, लोगों को पता नहीं है. सेल है. पता है क्यों है? क्योंकि उनकी पूर्वजों ने, उनकी पहले कोई आदमी ने कर दिया था. दूसरा कारण हो सकता है, his company is giving a good promotional price, हो रहा है. Company is doing a good promotional campaign, हो रहा है. आपका क्या क्रेडिट है? कुछ नहीं. आप एक प्रोसेस की अंग हो. You are a part of the process. अपने आप सेल हो रहा है. You are just channelizing the materials. That's all. But this is not a good scenario. Then you will never sign up in your life. You will remain a video for your life. You want to remain? You can do that. No problem. But अब आगे नहीं बढ़ोगे. That's for sure. You cannot become a successful salesman. अब काम तो चला लोगे, रिजल्ट आते रहेगा. बट जिस दिन कंपनी ने टारगेट बढ़ा देगा, कंपनी will increase their target, you will start fail. Because you don't have that product knowledge within yourself. You cannot promote to customer place. And customers doesn't listen to rubbish what we are talking. Customer हमारी ज्ञान सुनने के लिए थोड़ी बैठे हुए हैं. माने बेकार की ज्ञान. काम की ज्ञान बताओ. प्रोडक्ट की बारे में बात करो, कस्टमर बैठ के प्रणाम करेगा. मैं गारंटी देता हूं आपको. बैठ के घंटा भर सुनेगा आपकी बात लेक्चर. बट कोई प्रोडक्ट की बात नहीं है, कुछ नहीं. आज सुबह बारिश हुआ, या कहाँ इंदौर में क्या हो गया, या कहाँ चेन्नई में क्या हो गया, या कहीं भूकंप हो गए. Something happened. This story will not go for a long time. Okay. So increase your product knowledge, know your product and promote your product technically. Okay. And don't claim anything wrong feature about your product. Okay, that is a wrong thing. Basic usul hai ye. Now, if you may not know any answer. Say, for example, we launched now CLIA, chemiluminescence immunoassay. Now, in Nexus Group, we have given you multiple products starting from centrifuge to Jetin-like products. Jetin-like products needs a technical knowledge. And we have given you U500 and ES analyzer. Maybe a person who is handling U500 newly may not know about the features of U500, may not know whether 14 parameter can be done or not, or what is 14 parameter. Can we do 4 parameter or not? Multiple questions customer can ask. Please don't answer without your knowledge. Know your product, ask the question to the right person, either to your boss or to your colleague who is in division 1, and division 1 team, please ask the question to your division 2 colleague, because both of you are getting benefited from Nexus Group. So both of you can help each other in technical perspective minimum. You can always feel free to ask a question to your division 2 colleague. By Jetin mein PCT hota hai kya? Can I perform PCT in Jetin? How is the performance of HB1C in Jetin? Is it okay if we sell? Can you manage? Can you help me? So these understanding, asking these questions are important. And please come back with the answer to the customer once he's asking that question. Clarify yourself, come back to your customer. Dekho ji, you all are doing all these things. I am just telling the practical scenario to you, what we are going through. Okay, it will help you. Now, he looks for continuous relationship with customer and prospect. Sell ek bar ki nahi hote. Once you sell a machine to your customers, don't forget the customers. Keep on meeting him. I had a senior in my life, extraordinary salesman. Don't want to take his name. He is one of the best in the industry. I have seen him for instruments. I learned a lot from him, but एक ही खराबी था. एक बार कस्टमर को मशीन बेच के आ गया ना, वो सोचते थे मैं मशीन चिपका के आ गया कस्टमर को. बाद में वो कस्टमर को विजिट ही नहीं करते थे. तो ना रिलेशन कट हो जाते थे. रेफरेंसेस नहीं बनते थे उनके लिए. उनकी कंपनी के लिए रेफरेंस बनते थे, उनके लिए रेफरेंस नहीं बनते थे. उनको कस्टमर ये नहीं बोलते थे ये आदमी आया था और मुझे बड़ा अच्छा तरीके से समझाया और ये मशीन उसके कारण मैं लिया. He was a great salesman, but ये ना करने के कारण he lost his ground a lot while he was at the age of 50-55. It happens. So we have to keep on continuing the relationship. जिनके साथ एक बार रिलेशन जोड़ लिए, कंटिन्यू करो रिलेशन को कस्टमर के साथ. Don't break that relation. He will forget you. Okay. These are the ways you can show your sincerity. तो मैंने आपको enthusiasm बताया, sincerity बताया. Perseverance क्या है? लगे रहना पड़ता है. देखो, perseverance is a part of sales process. Okay. I remember I had one boss. He was taking in CPC actually. My boss was taking care of CMC Velour account. Okay. And in CPC, we were selling Euroimmune product, and Euroimmune product was, quite expensive in those days, and it's an autoimmunity product, right? So easily you don't get entry to a big place. तो क्योंकि दूसरा चीज लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, दूसरे कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट यूज कर रहे हैं CMC, तो यूज मैंने वो ऑर्डर ही नहीं देते थे. तो मेरा बॉस क्या करते थे, वो बेंगलोर से आते थे और वापस जाते थे. एवरी अल्टरनेट वीक्स, 2 weeks once in Chennai he used to come. वो क्या करते थे ना, जाने के टाइम पे एक बार बेंगलोर वेलोर होके जाते थे, CMC में मैडम को मिलके जाते थे और सर को मिलके जाते थे, जो हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट है. हर एक अल्टरनेट वीक में वो ये काम करते गए फॉर ए कंटिन्यूअस पीरियड ऑफ 2 to 3 years. 2 से 3 साल वो ये करते गए. बाद में एक दिन क्या हुआ, व्हाट हैपेंड, सडनली वन डे that specific company who was supplying that specific autoimmune product was not having this product in stock in India. That product was going good. That time in CPC, we got the opportunity. And we started selling that product. But once that our new product entered, now that old company is not able to give that one. So this is an example of perseverance, a classical example. 2-3 साल continuously वो आदमी हर एक alternate week में CMC में जाते गए और एक प्रोडक्ट की वैल्यू था CMC में रिजल्ट में 1 करोड़ रुपया का सेल था. वो एक प्रोडक्ट, वन प्रोडक्ट वाज गिविंग ए सेल ऑफ 1.5 करोड़. बस वॉल्यूम ज्यादा है ना. Okay. So this is the way it works, right? Now, he seldom gives up, and he knows the customer and prospect, and he need and could have need for his product. So that's what I have said now. Now, another point is that he repeats the call 5 to 10 times, perhaps without success. देखो पहले जब एक कोई मशीन के कस्टमर के पास जाओगे, शायद आप लोग अभी जेटिन का कॉल अभी करने लगोगे थोड़ा सा, एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर हो, कस्टमर हो, जो भी है, एक बार में तो ऑर्डर देता नहीं है कोई, हम जाके ऑर्डर मिल जाएगा immediately. That doesn't happen, right? It doesn't happen that immediately you get an order. You have to keep the perseverance, you have to keep the patience, you have to continue to do the same thing. Generally, there is a proverb, there is a statistics. Generally, 8th call gives the first order. In general, in average, 8th call after your interaction gives the first order. And the problem is what you know. The problem is 80%, the statistics says, मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं, Google बाबा कह रहा है, 80% sales people does not do that 8th call. वो 8वां कॉल करते ही नहीं है, वो छोड़ देता है उसके पहले. Either वो फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाता है और समझ जाता है कस्टमर ना मेरा कस्टमर नहीं लेगा, बेकार है. So that type of mentality comes to us, right? So minimum do 8 calls. After that you decide whether he'll be going or not. And out of the 8 calls, in 80% cases, we don't meet the right people. हम सही आदमी को डिसीजन मेकर को मिलता ही नहीं है. ये दूसरे एक आश्चर्य की बात है. We don't meet the right people to close the call. We meet their chumches who cannot take a decision. टेक्नीशियन को मिल के आ जाता है, वो कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. Nothing will happen by meeting a technician. It doesn't work out. You meet the decision making authority. Okay. Now he displays tenacity and usually keeps strong follow up. Whatever the situation, you have to keep a strong follow up with your distributor or with your customer, both, to have a sale. If you don't follow up, they will forget you. It is called top of the mind, called TOM, T-O-M. TOM means top of the mind. जो सामने है, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, बोलता है ना हिंदी में, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. What is that in front of you, that gets sold. If you are going repeatedly in front of your customers, in front of your distributors, your product will get sold. You don't go to them, your product will not be purchased. Okay. Whatever the relation you are having, you have to go, you have to sit, you have to show your face. No alternative, boss. Okay. And he looks for different approaches to the customer so that the possibilities of success can increase. Multiple approach try karte hai. These are very common, you are doing it, right? So these are the few things what I wanted to share with you as a part of the qualities to become a good salesman. Now, I'll discuss few slides now where the few basics to be followed for a process oriented sale. थोड़ा सा लंबा है ये presentation, थोड़ा सा bear कीजिए. I'm assuring you it will help you. ये तो मैं कह सकता हूँ आपको मदद करेगा. ये लास्ट वाला पार्ट सबसे अच्छा है कि you लोग फेल करते हो, उसमें आप खुद को बहुत जगह पे देख पाओगे, बहुत जगह पे देख पाओगे आप क्या करते हो, आप कहां पे फेल करते हो. Okay, that I'll come down. Now, first is you must do the spin selling, multiple products in single call. Spin selling यानी कि same like what is in Nexus group today. Okay, बहुत लोग कहते थे मुझे, many people used to say, sir, sales call for consumable is different, for instrument is different, for reagents it is different. No. Sales call, the process are same everywhere. Whether you are selling a computer, whether you're selling a consumable, whether you're selling a cartridge, that's all. Right? Processes are same everywhere. There is no difference. Only few steps in between is not there. That's all. So you can do multiple products called today. That is the reason today, along with your division 1 products, which are consumables, you are given with Nexus products. That is what with your laboratory product in division 2, you are given with few products like ESR and urine analyzer, what can go into laboratories. Those are very important. So spin selling is nothing but cross selling actually. Okay. So cross selling and spin selling is the same thing. Second, एक feeling है, non-achievement is not questioned. Non-achievements are questioned. Of course, you know very well. In our company, that is very strict. If you are not achieving, you'll be asked question why you have not achieved. That is very important thing. We are a human organization. Many people feel, "Sare bhai, company बहुत अच्छे है. बहुत समझ लेगा मुझे, मेरा तकलीफ को समझेगा। कोई किसी का तकलीफ को नहीं समझते, सच बात तो ये है। एज ए सेल्स प्रोफेशनल वी हैव टू डिलीवर, देयर इज नो अदर गोल, वी आर देयर टू एग्जीक्यूट, वी आर एग्जीक्यूशनर्स। If you don't execute, no one will remain human, boss. So you need to understand instruments and reagents and consumable calls are complementary to each other and you must do all calls. आपके एरिया पे खाली आप reagent नहीं बेच सकते हो या consumable नहीं बेच सकते हो. You have to sell instrument also. Selling both is very important. A balanced mix of product is very important into your portfolio. And if you don't achieve, you will not be stable in the organization. So you have to achieve, no other alternative. Achievement is must. It will assure your stability in the organization. कहीं पे चला जाओ, you go any company, no problem, but everywhere the achievement will be questioned. If you don't achieve, you will not be able to do the things. And the balanced mix of current product is a trend now. So you have to have a balanced mix of product. Balanced mix means you should sell your Zinle product, you should sell your account group of product, you should sell your reagents, you should sell your instruments. You cannot claim I will sell only instruments, no reagents. You cannot say I will sell only reagents, no instrument. Both you cannot say. In both ways, you cannot actually achieve your top line. Top line is your target. And if you are not selling reagents, then you lose your bottom line, which is profit. If you are selling all instruments, because instruments are not sold with profits by company, right? आपका 10 lakh का target है, you are doing 10 lakh and you are saying I'm doing a great job by selling instruments a lot. Yeah, you are achieving target, but profit of the company, which is the bottom line, need of the company is not there in instrument business. It's there in reagent business. So you have to do both. Balancing both is important. Same it is way for your account group and Zinle group. ब्लड कलेक्शन ट्यूब में उतनी ज्यादा प्रॉफिट नहीं है, सो खाली नॉन वैक्यूम बेच के फायदा नहीं है. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. यू हैव टू मिक्स ऑल द प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सेल इट ऑफ. So that is very, very crucial for all of us today. See, all of us have to understand COVID has changed our life. COVID has changed the market. COVID has changed the promotional style. Everything got changed. Many things got changed. Not everything, of course. Some basic did not change. Many things has changed today. If you are not changing, you will not survive in the organized industry. Company will not do well in the industry. So if you want company to do well in the industry, you have to bring change in yourself. You have to look at all these points. You have to go back in field. Go back in field a lot. A more and more जो हम पहले करते थे. Okay. Competitions are very high today. Survival for fittest is important. It is true for organization, true for you and me also. हम सबके लिए true है. Survival for the fittest is very, very important as of today's scenario. जो fit है survive करेगा, जो fit नहीं है market से निकल जाएगा वो company. Okay. Now focus on high value or high volume product. You know, high value product, like selling a fully auto is a high value product. Selling a Clear is a high value product. High volume product, like selling more number of CRPs are high volume product. Selling more number of non-vacuum tubes is a high volume product. Maybe profit is less, but the volume is very big. Correct? For you selling ESR machine, U500 is a high value product for a division. So you have to have a proper focus on the high value and high volume product. Having an order from an institute for non-vacuum or a vacuum tube is a high volume product, which gives you high value at the end. Okay, the number of quantities are good. So as a salesman, you should know the instrument and your high value or high volume product well. That you have to identify what is my high value and my high volume product, and I have to focus on that. आपको उसमें focus करना पड़ेगा, and you have to plan for that. And how to plan? Minimum, you should plan for the above product segment as per the number of your target. आपका अगर target के हिसाब से plan करना है, आपको एक चीज याद रखना पड़ेगा that if you have a 10 customer, one will give you order this month. 10 customer means 10 prospect. I get sometimes surprised, you know, once we do SFL meeting, शाजी सर आपने देखा होगा, रंगनाथ जी, मुकेश जी, आप सब लोग SFL meeting करते हो. Ishwar, you are doing all in SFL meeting. You must have observed one thing: the number of leads are very less. Have you seen that? I don't know about, I don't attend the division 1 SFL meeting. Shaji sir, you can comment on that. Leads are very less. Jugal, can you unmute Shaji? Actually, Shaji unmute nahi ho raha hai. I know that is not in my hand possibly. 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Shaji sir.
See what you rightly said. See, SFL meeting ka, there is something what you rightly said. Initially, the leads were significantly high.
Yeah.
Now it has become just like, I don't know what
Formality.
is happening exact on the follow-up and things. So that is there is a significant reduction in that. And it is just for the sake of, I sometimes feel just for the sake of giving a lead, they're doing it.
It should not be done then. That is their diary. They have to first understand, Saji sir.
Should not be
उनको
done.
समझना पड़ेगा ये मेरे
that
लिए
is something. That is something what you are telling in the earlier slide about sincerity. See, you have to be sincere first for yourself. That is most important. See, focus on high value, high volume products. I totally agree with you on that. Because see, kya hota hai na? We have to have a mix. Until unless we have a mix of things, company cannot prosper. You cannot prosper in your own territory. You are just selling products which are
getting
only
sold,
like,
which are having the
cannot
demand.
be sold. You have to have mix. You have to sell everything. If you are not able to do that, then there is no viability of that territory.
See, number of leads.
See,
Saji
for
sir, what
that
I'm
reason,
seeing,
for
what
that
I'm
reason,
seeing,
we also have, see, company also has planned itself, believe it or not, every division will have groups. 1, 2, 3 kind of product, like Zinle, Acon, हमारे इसमें group A, group B, group C. Similarly, आपका small instrument, reagents. See, every why it has been planned? Because company also has to balance the business. And if in your territory, in our territory also, if you're only selling one group or thing, it doesn't have any kind of significant thing. You have to sell each and every group. Because each group has been designed in such a way that add not only value, but also the profitability.
Yeah,
A proper
that
salesman or
profitability is very.
a best salesman is a person who sells all the products, each group.
That's
Right,
why
sir?
there is a clause that 50% करना है हर एक sub group में. क्यों? Because there is something, because the other, if they don't do that group na at all, what will happen? Maybe the profit, if they don't at all reagent, say for example, the profitability goes down like dhak. बहुत reagent कर लिया, instrument कर लिया, but एकदम ही नहीं किया reagent. So the profitability goes into DOS. So that's the problem. So now what I'm trying to say is that उनके आपके पास 10 leads रहना चाहिए. 10 lead रहेगा तो एक जाके successful होगा इस महीना. If you have only 1 or 2 leads, na, you will not be able to execute the thing. So,
and that lead generation should be a daily process. See, what's happening is we are just seeing some 20, 30 leads or maximum around 15 leads in the. You mean to say you hardly work for a day or two in a month? Actual lead generation is a daily process. Daily, if a person is meeting 5 clients, 10 clients, 15 clients, based on that, what kind of leads has to be generated?
They are not understanding this. Many other companies now who are doing well, Saji sir, they are strictly following it. Places like Agape and all those. मैंने देखा, they have to just feed the leads every day. उसको तो tracker है. Every one of them has a tracker. Where are you? It will be identified. Which lab you are sitting, it will be identified. I'm telling you. And you have to give the entry. Okay, if you are giving the entry, now automatically the leads are generating. See, I think our company is very liberal, and we are thinking that our company ये नहीं कर रहा है, वो नहीं कर रहा है. मतलब we are blaming company in some time. But I found out of many, our company in field is very liberal, very, very liberal in those aspects.
Because see, I recently met a person working in transition and thing. Believe it or not, kind of workload and thing, they are just kept on the bullet actually. Because every day it has to be met. Pharma guys, I'll tell you, pharma people, every place they are with their tab
every
or
day.
they are
Shaji
with
sir,
that.
what you are
Every
saying?
day that lead generation is a process.
Every day figure should happen. Every day lead generation should happen. ये सवाल पूछेगा आज क्या lead निकला? Our managers are not asking those questions to their teams. That is the problem. Our managers has to empower. We have to empower them to ask this question to their teams. आज क्या काम हुआ? What happened today?
Otherwise, you will not survive in today's situation, Prasanjit. People are not understanding that.
Yeah, that's
You will
what
not survive
the
in that
session we are
territory.
doing, so that we can tell them the reality. If they are not opening their eyes, we have to help them to open their
And
eyes.
see, and people feel like one more thing which I've observed, people feel like, okay, company is doing injustice. आपने वो territory बंद कर दिया या हटा दिया लड़के को. See, these are the feelings which they are getting because they are not doing the basic things. See, if the territory is not potential, it's not generating thing. How long we
You cannot.
can give them bread, butter, and things, yeah?
It's all money. It's all money. Matter of money.
It's basically, see, basic minimum requirement is there. We have kept our sales expense ratio. We have kept a lot of things in that. Minimum budget has to be achieved. If that is not coming across, we don't have any other option. That every salesperson has to understand.
See, the lead generation, why it is less, what is my belief is that, see, that's what I've written. They should involve many associates in getting the instrument or institutional leads. What? It may be colleagues, it may be some distributors, it may be some technicians, it may be the friend in the industry who will help from other company. I think that networking is going down day by day for our team. The team where it is there, leads are coming. The team where they are not either going in the field, lead generation can happen in few ways. One is either you have to be on your foot, you have to go in the field, go to the cold calls. Cold calls means going to the end users by yourself and generating the lead. Or else you have to talk to your other division colleagues, have a very good rapport. Because everyone is working in the field, they will get something and they will feed you. You have to have a very good distribution relationship. But distributor leads will go to 10 companies, I can assure you. The distributors leads are not going to come to you only. They are not your buddies. They are business people. Why they will give the lead to you? What is the guarantee you will be able to convince the customer? May not be, right? So they will give lead to the 10 companies, so competition is going to be there. Here we are making mistake. Our maximum leads are from distributors. The problem what is happening, the distributors told it to 5 companies. Now everyone is going to that customer because distributor don't want to lose because they have a competition. Distribute in a city like, say for example, in a city like Chennai, there are 5 distributors, right? So there are there are 100 distributors. Okay, now that a distributor has known about the lead, they will tell to 10 companies because they cannot lose this order from other distributor. Otherwise, other distributor will come and give that product to the customer. So he will, तो सबको बताएगा, तो आपका कंपटीशन बढ़ जाएगा प्राइस में, तो नेचुरल सी बात है, you will suffer. So your networking has to be great. That is very, very crucial. Okay, remember it.
No, I just want to add here one thing also.
Now, next point is that always. Yes. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
You are audible.
See, again, what you rightly said, our dependency is only on distributors. Wherever that is not happening, those teams are successful. They don't have this fluctuation in businesses. 1 month going up, other month coming down. No, it is a consistent business happens wherever there is a business which is generated from the field, not depending much on the distributor. Distributors are required, I'm not denying it. But if you are totally depending on distributor, you can easily check their graph for last 1 year, 2 year. It is always up and down. That's how it is.
Yeah, true, Chandi sir. I accept. That's what is my feeling also. But they have to keep the challenge. Say, if it is instrument or high value product or high volume product, take your own challenge. As a manager, you take the challenge that minimum 1 order per salesperson per month. Say, just for example, in division 1, just for an idea, I don't know, please don't get angry with me. You can decide that every month I'll generate 1 new institutional order for glucose monitor or urine analyzer or vacuum non-vacuum tubes. You can take a cautious call. In division 2, you can determine every month I'll try to generate either any one of 1 clear, 1 fully auto, or 1 cell counter, something like this. You know, these are and a 5 part. So these are the big value products, right? So for big value products, I would like to do that thinking we cannot beat and give you. It has to come from within. आपकी अंदर से वो चाहत आना चाहिए. जब तक आपकी अंदर से वो चाहत नहीं आएगा, we can push, that's all. You will feel irritated. Things will not happen. That's not the right way. You should feel that I should do. It is my company. It is my responsibility to do. Okay, that you do. And if you are not doing, I request the managers to be involved. And managers, my message to all of you is that you should work with your team that they are doing it. If they are not doing it, एक high value sale is required, one high value sale per month. Otherwise, you cannot achieve your target. That will have a difficulty. I found we have Mr. Ranade actually in Mumbai. I mean, in Pune, he takes care of Maharashtra. Every month, consistently, he came from Bayer and all those. I found every month consistently 1 or 2 high value products. He's very clear. मुझे बाकी सारा काम करना है, but महीने पे 2 minimum high value product जाना चाहिए. हमारे इसमें 2 high value product का 6-7-8 लाख हो जाता है. 2 high value product जाना चाहिए. तो क्या ना मेरा हर एक हेडक्वार्टर की टारगेट बहुत बढ़िया चला जाएगा. So he ensures that 1 high value product every month or 2 high value product every month per headquarter. So that helps, right? So this is the way every one of you should work. If as a manager you are not focusing on that, you should focus. Please understand, selling only the required product, demanding product in market will not help you to survive. Okay. And for that, for high value product, planning from the initial of month is very, very important. Planning from the beginning of the month is important. Okay. Otherwise, you cannot close the deal. It needs time. It's not a jadoo. हम कोई शाहरुख खान नहीं है that suddenly जाके deal close कर देंगे बड़ा. होता नहीं है. Okay. And we are not the greatest salesman on the earth. Neither you nor me. हम कोई भी नहीं है. हम सोच सकते हैं हम greatest salesman है earth में. But ऐसा नहीं होते. हमसे भी अच्छा कोई है. ठीक है ना? And you should use your judgment to close the deals faster. So that is what one high value product. Okay. Now, one very important thing, what I'm seeing, it is very much missing nowadays, using a promotional tool. हम सारे प्राइस में खेलते हैं. पहले सवाल कस्टमर पूछता है, भाव कितना है, दाम कितना है, what is the price? We tell the price. No, don't do it. Please utilize your promotional tools. Utilize your brochures. हमारे कंपनी में ब्रोशर यूजेस आर वेरी लो, वेरी वेरी लो. हेड ऑफिस भी वैसा है, 5-5 ब्रोशर भेजता है. फील्ड स्टाफ भी वैसा है, 2-2 ब्रोशर मांगते हैं, 5-5 ब्रोशर मांगते हैं. किसी को 5 ब्रोशर you have sent, 10 brochure you have sent, he will ask the brochure after 1 year. Funny. I feel how come they are selling the product? They are not giving the brochure to their customer at all. यानी कि कस्टमर कॉल कर ही नहीं रहे. They are not doing customer call. They're not doing. The people who does a customer call will ask brochure. मुकेश जी गलत बोला मैंने कुछ, right? जो काम करता है मार्केट पे ब्रोशर मांगेगा, जो नहीं करता है वो ब्रोशर नहीं मांगेगा. और what is the use of brochure? Keep it on the customer table. हाँ, कोविड था, कोविड के टाइम पे ब्रोशर we did not give. Soft copy has popular. But as of now, till now I am observing, even today also, brochure has its own importance. मैं बोलो ना, कंपनी हम लोग भी वैसा है. 5-5 ब्रोशर, 10-10 ब्रोशर भेजते हैं, जैसे कोई मतलब दया करके भेज रहा है. हम हेड ऑफिस को करने दो जो करना है. हेड ऑफिस करेंगे, because head office does not know that whether you are going to use it or going to throw it out. They doesn't know it, right? So they will send you 10 only each product. But it is your responsibility to ask, I need brochure. Few days back I was in a field. One fellow take out his brochure. So dirty, यार. So dirty. इतने गंदे है ना. मुझे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को देने के बाद सॉरी बोलना पड़ा. सॉरी सर, एक्चुअली ना वो बैक पे रहते रहते खराब हो गए थे. आप माइंड मत करना, मैं आपको अच्छा ब्रोशर भेजवा देता हूँ. बोल के हेड ऑफिस से ब्रोशर भेजवा दिया. बने देखो, they are assessing you. You are a dirty man. They'll feel you are not organized. They'll feel your company is a cheap company. They'll feel that they don't give brochures to the team. They'll feel bad about you. How they will invest on the big project on you? If you are giving your fully auto or clear brochure very dirty to your customer, or not giving properly, not presenting the brochure properly, then he will not take your product. Definitely, his respect about you will come down. Okay. Now, all the brochure should be and leaflet should be properly studied before presented. Please study your brochure. Please study your product, know your product before you present to customer. Don't just give the brochure and stand like this. जैसे customer को एक brochure दे दिया वो अपने आप पढ़ लेगा. He will study by his own. No boss, they will not study by their own. You have to explain them the product features and product benefits. What are the benefits of the product you are offering? You have to explain. Okay, and please keep the brochure in a good condition in your working bag. Okay, that is very crucial. Keep the soft copies of brochures, videos, YouTube link, cost per test, price list, everything in your mobile also. Because you may need to send it to your customer. Only brochure may not be enough. So keep in a folder, keep it organized. See, I am not so organized. I keep everything in laptop. I am not very organized in mobile, to be very honest with you. But for you, you are much smarter than me. So you can get a baby more, tuned in your mobile. I am not so tuned, so I do it in computer, laptop. So I carry my laptop everywhere I go. Because that's my limitation. I am not good in mobile. But some of you are great in mobile. I've seen. You should keep everything in your mobile so that it is handy. You can send it immediately. Okay. Now, another thing, have a proper distribution management. You are great in this. I need not to teach you in this. Inventory of your distributor level should be checked. Their contribution in the promotion you should check, and you should keep minimum 2 months stock at the distributor place. Don't keep more than 2 months. Payment will have a difficulty. Payment cycle will have a difficulty. But some people does not keep 2 months stock also. That is not correct. Keep 2 months stock. Okay. And payment collection and all these you are quite great. You should close it on 26 to 28. One advice I'll give you, keep a distributor wise closing. Distributor wise closing. It may be working for some of you because every company close at 27, 28. So we are also closing like this right now. So don't do it. So you can decide my area A, B, C, D. 5 distributors are there. For these distributors, the cycle will be A. I'll close on 10th or 15th. Okay. Major sale. Right. For that, leave 1 month sale and put it on the 10th. Okay. For B distributor, it may be 15th. For C distributor, it may be 22nd. So like that, keep a plan, approximate plan. First week, second week, third week, fourth week, right? Don't keep all distributors at the 4th week closing. That time, the problem is that all other company people are there. That time, they have a payment to give to all company. So again, your payment will come after 45 days, 60 days. Again, they'll have a problem of that cycle. Correct? You will not get time to sit with the distributor. All problems. You will not be able to take the stock. So all problems will be there. So that part you can really work on, closing different distributors in different places. Sajesh sir, you want to say something? Sajesh sir, it seems to be you are interested to share some experience. 1 minute, Sajesh sir, you are.
Yeah. I'm audible. No?
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
the industry norm, we might have seen this pharma companies. I was just giving an example for that because, see, today, every pharma company, the top companies or top 10 or 20 companies you take, every pharma representative has to maintain the stock and sell statement.
Yeah.
And now it has become so automated based on what you rightly said, the sales into the closing into 2 minus the rack stock. So that is the kind of orders it is automatically built. So here what happens, there is no dumping. Your statements, you're clear. You're also aware where is selling. Second most important thing, especially when it comes to division 1. See, there are a lot of consumable products and distributors have got 10 different choices in the market to take that. If his rack is full, for example, the pipettes, the rack is full, he will not place order for anyone else. And if our salesperson is aware that his stock is always there for our accurate pipette, then automatically the sale will come. And automatically that business is not going to go away to any competitors. So maintaining a stock and sale statement at each distributor level is the most important criteria. And when it comes to division 3 also, it's the same thing. That is what now I'm started pressurizing team members to keep the track of that. If you are keeping a weekly statement or once in fortnight, you're keeping the track, nothing like that. And this is a very important tool, which people are not understanding. Yeah, and they come to the saying, if you are able to maintain your rack, see, we are also importing a lot of products. like your tubes, lot of things. So there are certain times when the distributor is totally out of stock. Why that suddenly totally out of stock comes? Because you're not keeping the stock proper at your distributor level. And suddenly they start complaining, sir, आपका माल नहीं था, उसलिए हमारा target नहीं हुआ. If it is properly maintained, the company also can procure the things based on that. Here what happens, once that becomes zero, you start placing the order. Because you're not aware what is there, it is placed. Right, sir?
Yeah.
You're not aware
Right,
what
sir.
is there. Only once he's placing the order, you have once in some 15 days or 20 days, you go and meet the distributor and you find, oh, suddenly the stock is out, immediately place the order. Or he calls and tells, bhai, mera maal khatam ho gaya, jara maal bhejo. That time
Yeah,
either
I think Shaji sir, Ranganath sir also want to add something. Yeah, Ranganath sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prasna sir, you are rightly said this dealer-wise inventory. This I have seen that in my team also. If I am taking, 1 or 2 people will be doing it. The others, they don't have any control on the dealer stock details actually.
We don't
Just
know
like that-
sometime. We don't know sometime what is the stock available in the dealer.
Actually, the end field staff thinking that our manager will keep the things. Okay, they don't have details actually. If they are giving the details to the manager, then only he can follow it up actually. Okay, so managers, you people has to ask from the BDOs, their dealers stock details actually. That is more important because our products are volume-based products. If it gets stock out, then it is an issue. Already we are facing a lot of other problems. This why it is happening, these problems, because from the we are working with the pan-India operation. Okay, so other areas, if they are maintaining it, then the whoever is not maintaining, they will not get the product. Actually.
That's what is happening. That's why it's
Yes.
uneven distribution is happening. So someone has asked, I think Adivendra was asking that brochure limited aate hai. Yeah,
Brochure also I have noted down. There is, as rightly you have said, our sales coordinators decide sometimes that why we are sending 10. Okay, this I also faced a lot of time. I told that you are not the person to decide how many brochures has to be sent.
That has to be asked by the team and they have to send.
Yes.
PMT should decide it actually. Product management team must decide
every month it should go. Or
no,
Ranganath
actually based on the requirement they can ask.
Yeah, that's what. Let a Google form from each sales coordinators. Let a Google form goes to them that this is brochures, which one you want.
Every one of us are having some group, na. हमारा जो group है state group उसमें लिख दे दो भाई मुझे इतना इतना ये brochure इतना भेज दो. We are bound to send here from head office. They have to send. There is no rule in head office. आपकी information के लिए बता दूं जो आपको 5 ही brochure जाएगा. There is no rule. Believe me, I have handled the marketing of the company. Never there was a rule that 10 brochure भेजना है. आपको use करना है, you use it. But don't throw the brochures. Use it prudently, keep it well. Because it is the property of you, property of company. It will be very bad to see your brochure is lying somewhere on the road. It feels, it hurts.
And field staff also, some people doesn't have the folder in their bag. Today you can tell them to send each one that folder photo. I'll guarantee you that 80% of people will not be having in the bag.
It's not there. I have checked it.
Because I'm shouting at each time I'm going to the field, I'm shouting at them.
Ranganath ji, we are also making mistake. We are going their places. Managers are visiting their states. Are we asking them, bhai, open your bag and show me your folder?
But working with the customer, it is knowing, na, where is the folder? No folder.
See, we are also not doing. The manager, state manager must do it. These activities पहले ना ये सब हम लोग करते थे आजकल नहीं करते हैं. We have become smart. कितना टारगेट होगा क्या होगा नहीं होगा बस काम खत्म चलो. अरे ऐसा नहीं होता actually. If you want to do target, all these are activities which you have to do. ऐसे टारगेट आसमान से नहीं गिरेगा ना. It will not happen by its own. क्या कहते हो मुकेश जी, right? ऐसे अपने आप तो नहीं हो जाएगा. कुछ कुछ एक्टिविटी करने से टारगेट इज अ रिजल्ट इज अ बाई प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द एक्टिविटी, राइट ना. वही करना पड़ता है. तो विल गो अहेड. थोड़ा सा टाइम हो रहा है. That is the problem because this presentation is very interesting, but you know, and it is anyway low sales by expense versus sales ratio. आप ये देख लेना. आपके ये our company is very strong in this. I don't want to go forward for this. Okay. See, these are the things, summary of this thing. Okay, you can take a screenshot what you have to do. I'll send the presentation to you, but this is the summary. This summary is important. Okay, these are the basics which you should follow up, which अभी जो मैंने discuss किया. First, do spin selling. Number 2, focus on movement of high value or high volume product. Each salesperson, not state-wise. Proper utility of sales and promotional tool. Proper distribution management and low expense versus sales ratio. These are the 5 tips where you can understand that whether you'll be doing good or not. If you don't follow all these 5, bhai, aapka sale is a fluke. Then to your sale is a fluke. You must be following already. My request is that if you are not following, please follow it. Okay. Last part of my session, another 10 minutes. Please bear with me. I'll not take much time more. Problem ये है जो मैं कहना चाहता हूं, हम सब लोग ये सब काम करते हैं, right? Then why sometimes salesman or fail? ये सब करने की बावजूद भी मैं अगर सवाल पूछूं आप सब ये करते हो, हर एक लोग बोलेंगे हाँ जी हम करते हैं. कौन बोला नहीं करते? ठीक है. But still some of them fail. What is the reason? Do you know? Now become little sincere. थोड़ा सा सुनिए, अभी मजा आएगा, सबसे बड़ा मजा आएगा. मैं ये कौन ये करते मैं बताऊंगा नहीं, बट आप खुद को ये सवाल पूछना. ठीक है, आप हंसोगे खुद के ऊपर. लेट अस मेक अ फन आउट ऑफ इट. कभी कभी खुद पे भी हंसना जरूरी होता है. ठीक है ना, इंटरेस्टिंग. करेक्ट टाइम सीरियस नहीं होना चाहिए. आप देखो क्यों आप फेल करते हो, उसकी कारण आप खुद बताओगे. पहले पता है, पहले चीज है हम महाज्ञानी हैं. वी आर वेरी नॉलेजेबल. आई नो एवरीथिंग. कंपनी बेवकूफ है, किसी को कुछ पता नहीं है. मेरा मैनेजर बेवकूफ है, सब बेवकूफ है. मुझे खाली सब पता है. मैं तो भगवान हूं. क्या कहते हो, है ना? सो वी फील दैट वी नो एवरीथिंग. हमें सब पता है. हमारे मार्केट के बारे में मेरा मैनेजर को थोड़ी पता है. घंटा आता है, कुछ पता नहीं है उसको. गधे है वो. इतने साल वो क्या कर रहा था पता नहीं. मैं आने के बाद सब कुछ हुआ. मैं तो बॉस हूं. ठीक है. मुझे हंसी आता है. मैं बहुत लोग ये देखता हूं एंड आई फील रियली लाफिंग. आप भी खुद के ऊपर थोड़ा हंस लो. कभी कभी हंसना जरूरी है. और वो सोचते हैं मैं जिस तरीके से सेल कर रहा हूं वही सबसे सुपीरियर है, मेरे से अच्छा सेल्समैन दुनिया पे है नहीं. ये दूसरी एक सोच है. ठीक है. और तीसरी बात है वो चेंज नहीं होना चाहते. एंड मैंने ऐसा लोग देखा, अभी ट्रेनिंग पे भी देख रहा हूं. बहुत लोग हैं ट्रेनिंग पे. देयर आर सम पीपल हु केम फॉर ट्रेनिंग. ही डोंट वांट टू लर्न फ्रॉम अदर. पहले ही सोच काम क्या करते हैं, खुद की ज्ञान बांटना चालू कर देते हैं. अबे पहले सुन ले यार क्या चल रहा है दुनिया पे, समझ लो दुनिया को, बाद में अपनी ज्ञान भटकना. तो पहले दिन से लोग ज्ञान बांटना चालू कर देते हैं. मुझे को इतना पता है, मैं इतना ज्ञानी आदमी हूं. तो कोई जरूरी नहीं है. ठीक है. तो दैट्स द फन. प्रॉब्लम होता है ना, जैसे लोग जितने बुढ़े होते हैं ना वो फीलिंग बहुत ज्यादा आता है. लॉन्गर ही इज इन द फील्ड, तो जितने सीनियर होता है ये फीलिंग उतनी ज्यादा आता है. मैं किसी का नाम नहीं ले रहा हूं इधर. मुझे ऐसा बहुत शक दिखता है इधर इस ग्रुप में. ये जो 120 लोग हैं ना, मैं चुन चुन के बता सकता हूँ कौन ये है, किसमें ये है. बट प्रॉब्लम बोलने से तो आई डोंट वांट टू से दैट. मुझे बहुत फेस मेरा दिमाग पे आ रहा है, उसमें हंस रहा हूँ. आई एम लाफिंग बिकॉज़ बहुत फेस मेरा सामने घूम रहा है. सो प्लीज डोंट डू इट. बहुत कुछ सीखना है दुनिया पे. ठीक है ना. वी हैव टू लर्न. यू हैव टू लर्न टिल वी डाई. कीप योरसेल्फ ओपन. Keep yourself approachable. Keep yourself completely, accessible so that you can learn. हम लोग सब कुछ सीखने ही गए अभी भी. बहुत बच्चे हैं हम हमारी ज्ञान में. ठीक है. So I know everything feeling को दूर हटाइए. Please remove your I know everything feeling. Okay. That is the first thing. Second part, blame every lost sale to some other factor. भाई मैं महाज्ञानी हूं. I am the ज्ञानियस्ट person in the earth. Okay, my systems, my selling process is the best, but company has not given price. My product was not good. I do not have references in my state. अच्छा रेफरेंस नहीं है, दूसरे स्टेट कैसे बेच रहा है? How they are selling the product? They also sold first time clear. How come it is required only ABCD state needs the reference? Other state के गधे हैं. Other state की कस्टमर गधा नहीं है ना, वो भी कस्टमर ही है ना, उसको भी रेफरेंस चाहिए. यानी कि उसमें जो आदमी बेच रहा है ना उसमें जबरदस्त सेल्समैनशिप है, हम पे नहीं है. ये जो ट्रूथ है ये ट्रूथ को हम डिसबिलीव करते हैं, हम खुद को मास्क पहना के रखते हैं, हम सबसे बुद्धिमान है, हमारी मार्केट साला ऐसा है। खुद को सवाल पूछो, मैं अगर गलत कह रहा हूं, आंसर अपने आप मिल जाएगा, मुझे आंसर देने की जरूरत नहीं है इस, ठीक है। He never criticize or evaluate his own selling efforts or processes to avoid critical post-call analysis. Post-call analysis करते नहीं है हम लोग, एक कॉल के बाद क्या हुआ डिस्कस नहीं करते हमारे मैनेजर के साथ, किसी के साथ। हम सोचते कस्टमर को बना के आ गए, वो ले लेगा मशीन, नहीं होते। He convinced himself saying that competitor's product was great or our price was high. उसके लिए his own selling efforts or techniques never analyzed and corrected. I'm telling you, I'll tell one story. I was in CPC those days and I was the product head for TurboChem 100 fully auto analyzer. गुजरात में हमारा मशीन बेच ही नहीं रहा था, किसी भी तरह बेच नहीं रहा था। वी आर ट्राइंग एवरीथिंग, एवरी स्टेट वाज सेलिंग, महाराष्ट्र वाज सेलिंग, गुजरात में नहीं बेचता था। तो गुजरात में जैसे ही बेचने की बात करते थे हम लोग वो फुल्ली ऑटो, तो हमारा जो मैनेजर थे उधर, तो क्या कहते थे, सर इधर आके देखो, कोई कस्टमर इधर तो डायरेक्ट ही बेचता है, डायरेक्ट की मशीन बेचेगा, कोई नहीं बेच पाएगा, कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा, वो इतनी प्राइस देता है, इतनी वारंटी देता है, ये करते हैं वो करते हैं। तो मैंने एक असाइनमेंट लिया था, मैंने 10-7 दिन जगह गुजरात में रहा, मैं अकेला, मेरा एक जूनियर कॉलीग के साथ गुजरात के सारे फुल्ली ऑटो कस्टमर जो डायरेक्ट की मशीन ले रहे थे उनको विजिट किए। मैंने समझने की कोशिश कर रहा था व्हाई दे सक्सीडेड। The reason of success was not only the machine, the reason of success was the man behind the machine. The person who was selling the machine, I don't remember his name, but he was an extraordinary salesman, number one. He was in the industry for a pretty long days in that area. He himself was a service manager who can give a great service, who is an extraordinary salesperson as well. So all put together, because of his presence, they were taking the machine. And our people, who the manager who was claiming it was not selling for XYZ reason, he was rarely visiting the customer. The customer never heard his name. The customer did not know him earlier, but customer knew the Diatec person's name from long back because he's a big name in the industry. He was. So he was getting the sale. So this is what is happened. It is not only product, not only price. It is the salesman behind the product which makes that thing. So please don't blame others. Look at yourself. आप क्या नहीं कर रहे हो, तब आपको समझ में आएगा। ये दूसरा गलती करते हैं हम लोग। तीसरा गलती क्या करते हैं पता है, जब कोई ऑर्डर दे देते हैं, बट वर्बल ऑर्डर दे देते हैं, कोई रिटेन ऑर्डर नहीं देते और बोलते हैं हाँ मैं देख लूंगा, आप जाइए, मैं आपका प्रोडक्ट ले लूंगा, एक वर्बल कमिटमेंट देते हैं, बट कुछ नहीं करते, हम उसमें सेटिस्फाइड हो जाता है। ये तीसरा गलती है। प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, ए बिग ऑर्डर, हाई वॉल्यूम या हाई वैल्यू ऑर्डर does not work on face value. Okay, you have to get order in writing, number one. Number two, you have to get some advance payment for those big orders, otherwise things will not happen. So prefer the big orders with some written things. Don't only believe on verbal things. So this is the third advice what I'll give and where we are making mistake. Number 4, the reason is overconfidence. Hugely overconfident, hugely. Again, बहुत सारे फेस मेरा सामने आ रहा है फिलहाल, बहुत ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट है हम लोग। इतने ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट है, हम सोचते हैं अरे दूसरा जो है ना, वो कस्टमर को जो मैंने बोल के आया था वो हमसे ही प्रोडक्ट लेगा, कहीं से नहीं जाएगा, मेरा रैपो अच्छा है, मेरा डीलर के साथ मेरा अच्छा डीलर रैपो है वो कस्टमर के साथ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है। भाई, देयर आर अदर टीम्स आल्सो, अदर कंपनीज आल्सो हु हैज अ गुड रैपो. Many cases we believe the dealer blindly. हम कस्टमर कॉल करते ही नहीं है, we believe the dealer and say, डीलर की बातों में भरोसा करते हैं, we believe the dealer and dealer say that सर आपका ऑर्डर आ जाएगा फुल्ली ऑटो का. We say okay fine. We don't visit the customer at all. What is his need? So the order goes to another customer. Okay, so these type of things are very, very common. I get a lot of fully auto inquiry where our field staff has not visited the customer. I know it very, very well. I know it very well who has visited the customer, who has not visited the customer for that fully auto, or who is just getting the order not visiting the customer. सारे सामने क्लियर रहते हैं बॉस, खाली बताते नहीं है. ऐसे नहीं आपको बॉस को क्लियर नहीं रहते, आपको बॉस को क्लियर रहते हैं. ठीक है. He takes the customer for granted and in process lose them. बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग देखा, वो बोलते हैं कस्टमर ले लेगा मेरे से प्रोडक्ट, सारा बेफिक्र रहो. इन द मीन टाइम ट्रांसएशिया या आगापे का आदमी आ जाता है, मशीन लगा के चला जाता है, बाद में पता चलता है, later we come to know that someone came and install the machine, and we did not get the order. This is very common. So don't take any chance. Don't be overconfident about your customer, about your distributor, about anyone surrounding you. Be reasonably confident. Yes, order will come. Don't be overconfident. Okay, overconfidence is killer. Number 5, which is the last one. Rely too much on planning. Please understand, planning simplifies the implementation. Many people of you feels that the planning is theoretical, practical nahi hai. Nahi. Planning is most important. Okay, you have to do pre-call analysis. स्टेज में सब कुछ नहीं होता है. कस्टमर के पास जाने की पहले डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर से या दूसरे लोगों से या मैनेजर से या प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट टीम से आप बात कर लीजिए कैसे आप कंपटीशन को हैंडल करोगे बिफोर दैट एंटरिंग द कस्टमर प्लेस. इट विल हेल्प यू. विदाउट प्रॉपर प्लानिंग इफ यू गो यू मे फेल. एक बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूशनल सेल में जा रहे हो, मिलना है, कहाँ पे मिलना है, सब कुछ आपको डिस्कस करके डिसाइड करके जाना पड़ेगा. स्टेज में जाके मारना होता नहीं है अल्टीमेटली. ठीक है. And if you do not study and then study the product from your seniors, or if you don't understand the product, you will not be able to sell. So these are the things which I'll say you at last. Stop doing few things like I know everything feeling. Stop kijiye. Blame every lost sale on some other factor. Retrospect on yourself. आप खुद को देखिए क्या गलती हो रहा है. Don't blame others not for getting a sale or for losing a sale. Don't feel happy if your customer says that I'll think about it, let me see, मैं तो आप ही को ऑर्डर दूंगा, बेफिक्र रहिए. All these things, if your customer says, don't feel happy too much. Okay, remain panicked from inside. Overconfidence is not a good part. It's a killer. And rely too much on planning. Rely too little on planning. Planning कीजिए properly, then only go forward. Without planning, nothing happens. You have to understand, right? So these are the basic 5 reasons what we believe that salesman fails, right? So this is what is up to. Remembering this presentation is not easy. So what I'll do, I'll share this presentation with all of you. And in the meantime, another information, on 26th August, there will be another session by Mr. Shaji. It's called The Speed of Trust, which will help you to understand more interesting things. Okay, it will be in June on 26th August.